What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Stunticon Menasor box set. So we're going to spend most of our time in this review taking a look at the Motormaster figure here because I actually never reviewed it on this channel. And it also makes up most of the combiner anyways. We did look at all of the other figures in this set, but we will take a look at them when we do comparisons, just so you can see the changes in the decos. So this is actually meant to be kind of more of a toy version. Putting that in quotes because some of them are colored just kind of whatever. But in this mode, the Motormaster pretty much looks the same as the original, at least as far as I can tell. There are no changes to the deco here in the vehicle mode. We'll see more deco changes when we get to the combined mode, and maybe even the robot mode. But here, there's really not much, but let's just take a quick look. Got some purple paint here on the top for the windows. Shiny silver paint here for the bumper, headlights, and grille. Purple paint for the gas cans there. You can separate it here, which I just did. It's just pegged in right there. So here's the cab on its own. There's the back. You do see his chest there, but not too bad. It does roll on its own. Not too bad looking of a cab. I've seen some uglier cabs from Hasbro, so that's pretty darn good. And here's the trailer. You do see the front of his chest here, but it's not too bad, to be honest. I really like the look of this trailer overall. I think in pictures and promo shots, it looked worse than it does in hand. Nice Decepticon logo there with the stripe. Decepticon logo there. All that looks really good. Silver painted wheels. You can attach it, of course, and you can turn, and it looks really good. And for comparison, there it is next to his teammates. Drag strip and breakdown, and then on this side we've got Dead End and Wild Rider back here. Let's take a look at each one individually. There are some deco changes on these guys, so these now have like a lighter shiny yellow and red paint. This has been changed to maroon. That was purple before. The head is also maroon. We'll see that in robot mode. And then you get that shiny yellow across the side here. Nice looking vehicle mode there. Here's breakdown. Only minor changes here. The Decepticon logo has moved from the center to here, and it's got the silver outline. They did finally put the little painted stripe down the middle of the glass to make it look more like a Lamborghini. It still is a mold mate with this guy here, but at least it has a little bit of paint there, a little bit of black paint here. Here's the back. They still didn't paint the taillights, but there you go for breakdown. Since we just looked at it, here's the mold mate Wild Rider. They've changed the paint here, so they got rid of the red stripe along the side, which I actually thought looked really good. And then they just have a red, or silver painted hood, which I don't remember him ever looking like this. So it seems like a more unique paint scheme. But there you go for him. And then finally we have Dead End. They did change this to a more metallic yellow, kind of a gold and silver versus the yellow stripe. And I can't tell if these headlights are just unpainted or if the original was painted. I'll have to go back and look at my review, but they're unpainted here, and they originally, I think they were silver. Here's the back. Nice looking vehicle. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. You can see the cab is actually bigger, it's taller, a little bit wider, and a little bit longer. If we detach him, you can see slightly bigger cab. And I know the question is going to be asked, so I'm going to try. Will the trailer fit? Not really. He just can't get it in there quite right. But it is a bigger vehicle overall because it is a commander class and this was a leader class. So, all right, now let's get him transformed into his robot mode. So we're going to go ahead and detach the trailer and just set that aside for now. And we'll take care of this guy here. Come to the top, we can unpeg these panels here. They'll fold open. Fold this down on both sides. We can open up this panel here and it'll come forward. Same on this one. And then we can take the legs. They're slightly tabbed on the sides, but it'll just come apart. You pull them apart, bring this down. This is going to tab into the front here, make the kneecap, and then you can bring the leg forward. Come to the back here. We can pull the leg out, rotate the foot around, and put that back down. The wheel's going to fold inwards onto the bottom. Fold this panel in, fold this panel in. This is going to go down to the side. There's a tab right here. Tab that in. And there's one leg. Pretty cool. Now let's do the other one. All right, so we'll take care of the arms now. So go ahead and lift up these. They're just tabbed in right here. So they'll detach from here. You can just set this down for now. Bring these out to the side. And they're going to tab into the side of his abs or shoulders. While we're here, we can bring down this peg or this panel, open up the hands and put that back down. Same on this side, open up the panel, flip this out, close that up, and then those arms can go down like that. Make sure this head is perfectly straight. I'm going to take this, it's going to flip all the way around. I'm going to rotate this down, and there's a little tab right here and a notch slot right there. So get that tabbed into there. And he's really nice looking. I do believe there's a change here on the deco. There's a lot more gray and silver. The arms are basically painted in this gray color. I believe it was white on the previous. You have some silver paint here, more of that gray. That purple paint from the robot mode shines through here. Here's the back. Relatively clean for a retail figure. I do like that they worked in the wheels here. That's a detail that I was expecting, and they did it, so very nice. Overall, very nice robot. Now, to get his accessories, you do have to open this up. So you're going to pull forward on here. I'm going to pull down on this, and there is the sword. You can set that aside for now. And then we're going to take the top part of this and pull this apart, and we can just set this aside as well. And in here is the gun. So if we pull these two halves apart, you get a little gun. You can, for now, just tab those back together, set that aside, and we have a little bit of a gun here. So since we've taken these out, we'll go to accessories first, but you can put this in his hand. It has a giant gun. Not the best. If you open this up, and this is really the Menasor mode gun, but it makes more sense if you have it like this. Or, more fittingly maybe, is the sword. So you can have those two weapons if you like. Now for his articulation, the head can rotate around. It's actually a really nice looking head sculpt. Shockingly good for Hasbro. Purple paint, red paint, black paint, that all looks good. Shoulders rotate around on a soft ratchet out to the side on this joint. Rotation at the bicep. Single jointed elbow gets you 90 degrees. Rotation at the wrist. Rotation at the waist. No ab crunch. Legs go up to there on a ratchet. Full 90 degrees. Back 90 degrees. Out to the side on a soft ratchet. Rotation at the thigh. Single jointed knee, actually sorry, it's a double jointed knee, so it gets you the full bend there. Ankle tilt, and you can kind of cheat a rotation as well. All right, and there's a quick look at base mode. It's okay, you know, they always have a base mode for Menasor, and this one's not too bad compared to some of the ones I've seen. I do like that he can stand over here and actually, you know, work this little turret, but there you go. All right, there's the entire team together in their new toy decos, and looks pretty good together. I like how they look. We'll take a look at each one individually. You can see on drag strip, new maroon paint. That yellow paint there, a little bit of silver here. Here's the back. Looks pretty good. For breakdown, he's got the new paint here on the knees with the yellow and the red. Blue paint here. silver. I can't remember if that might be the same, but you have the yellow and red here on the arms. New deco on the head. You've got that red and yellow eyes. This is the only one who comes with an alternate head. So if you want this one with the black eyes, you can swap it out. So you can just lift up on the mushroom peg here, get this one pegged in, and then you can have that look. Personally, I think he does look cooler with the new head, the yellow eyes. So I'm going to leave that on there. But nice that they gave the option in case you don't like this head. Very nice. And like I said, that's the only one that comes with the alternate head. Here is dead end. Lots of deco on this. You got the blue and the red and the yellow. Yellow and red here on the knees. Lots of silver detail all throughout. Nice face sculpt and paint there with the purple and the orange. Here's the back. He's probably got the most dramatic difference as far as the amount of colors. Maybe this guy. So this guy also got the teal, black, and yellow here. The face is really nicely painted. Red with the purple eyes. Red paint all down the arms there. The yellow and red here is new. The silver and yellow on the toes is new. Here's the back. Yeah, I mean, they do look good. I like the new toy decos. It's kind of fun. Changes up the look a little bit. All right, now let's get him transformed into the combine mode, which I think is the real money behind this figure here. But let's start with this guy, and there's actually a little thing you can do here if you want to, but if you open up this backpack here, basically unpeg it from the back. Make sure the head is straight. You can open this up. I'm going to pull down on this before we get this into combine mode. I want to show you a little trick. Bring this up and get that peg. It's on a double hinge. Bring the head in. You're going to fold this inwards, and then this is going to tab into the top of that. Bring his ears up. We can just set this back onto his backpack here. And we can have a super deformed Menasor. It's interesting. I don't know. I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was kind of neat. But let's finish off his transformation. So go ahead and lift up the arms. Fold this down. We're going to fold the hands in. We're going to take the arms and open up on these panels here. These are going to come to the back here, and we're going to lift up here on this gray panel. And these are just going to sit down. There's a little peg right here that's going to go into the bottom of the arm. And that's kind of what solidifies this back piece here. And later I'm going to show you a different transformation for the back. This is the official transformation. And it's not my favorite, to be honest, but that is how they want it, or that's how they do it. So something like that. Come back to the front here, we'll take care of the legs. So come down to here. We're going to open up this panel here. Rotate the knee to the inside. You can unpeg this panel from here. Open up this panel here. You're going to accordion the leg down, and you kind of want this at an angle so that this can actually close. There's a little tab right here that's going to go in. If you have it straight, it won't fit because it's hitting that knee, so you kind of want it at an angle. So get that closed up. This is going to come to the front, and the little tab here is going into this notch here. All right, there you go. Then we can take this panel here. This is going to unpeg from here, which I thought was really cool. I didn't know that was there until after I transformed it. That's going to plug in right there and kind of solidify this whole top piece here. All right, so that's one side. You're going to take this. It's going to come down and just plug in and port on the bottom there. All right, so other side, same thing. Now we can take this apart. So let's go ahead and pull the legs apart. Only prep you need to do here is lift up this panel and just peg that in there. Like that. Those are ready. And just make sure you have the right side. This is obviously his right foot and this is his left foot. So just set them up so you can remember that. You can unpeg these from here, unpeg all of this from each other. Take this panel, open this up. This is going to peg into the front. You can see there's 2 slots, 2 pegs here, and then this slot tab there and a slot there. So get that all lined up. And give it a push. Take and push up these gray pieces here. Come to the back, you're going to take this purple panel, it's going to peg into his back. That really kind of solidifies everything together. It holds it very solidly. Alright. We're going to take the waist, rotate 180 degrees. You can see that beautiful paint job. These are going to slide into here. There is a little spring-loaded joint here. I'll just show you. As you slide it in, that's what's kind of holding it together. So if you want to take these back out, you're going to lift up on the spring-loaded piece here. All right, next we'll take care of the arms here. And we're going to take this, straighten that back up, fold these down, and then fold those up. Same with this one. And these are just going to sit on the side there. You can fold the hand all the way down. So go ahead and open up this. I'm going to fold here. Allow you to accordion this up and tab it back in. So you can see how it's skinny down that arm. Same with this side, accordion this down, tab it back in, and then take the wheel, fold that over there. And now this is going to slide down on the side. You can kind of see which side goes where because of his thumb. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. And there is the Menasor shell. And it looks pretty good. You can see you do have some new deco here in the middle, especially the red and yellow for that toy look. And you can use him like this if you want to. You can actually take him and have him use this. So if you want, you can unpeg this. We can use this peg here on the bottom, this little cannon, if you want to. Alright, but this isn't what you came to see. You came to see the fully combined Menasor. So let's get him combined. Let's start with the arms. And we do have to undo a little bit of what we did earlier, just because I wanted to show you the gimmick. And now we can grab our dead end. And you can see there's 2 slots here. They're going to go here. 2 slots here for these pegs. And then this is going to go into here. This tab is going to go right in the center. And that's actually releasing this so it can come apart. So it's a really kind of a cool gimmick, which is why I bothered even showing it. So get it pegged in like that. So go ahead and open this up and then bring this back down to get the skinnier arm. Same on this one. Unpeg the wheel and bring this down. And then we can close up this wheel. And that's one arm pretty much ready. You can also just take the arm part apart and put it on yourself, but I think it's just cool that they worked in that gimmick that the little peg forces it apart. So if you don't want to do it that way, we can take a spudger and just going to insert it here. That's going to release the 2 parts from each other. So like I said, you don't have to do it. I just thought it was neat. So go ahead and take these and peg this on like that, and then take the top part and peg that on, and then slide this back down. Alright, and now we'll take care of the legs. Alright, so to take care of the legs, you're going to take the cars here and open up the glass. Then open up the hood, and it's going to sit like this. And there's a little spring-loaded piece here, and there's 2 pegs around it. Those 2 pegs are going to go into here and here. And it's kind of neat how the way it works. It just closes up that door. So get this lined up and get those pegged in. And then on the bottom, there's a couple pegs as well. And it really secures in nicely. You can close this down. I'd recommend don't close it all the way because there's nice red paint here. You don't want this little tab to scratch that paint. So just leave it up a little bit. Just to protect the paint. Alright, same on this side. Open up the windshield here. Open up the hood. get this pushed on, it's going to push that little button to activate those doors. Get it plugged in on the bottom as well. Alright, and there is Menasor in his combined mode. And it looks really good. I really like the overall aesthetic. There's a little bit of wonkiness here in the arms, just because of the parts there, but overall pretty good looking. There are some new deco parts on this. I just want to point those out before we move on. So the whole chest here, which was previously all black, is now gray and silver. It's actually fully painted with some yellow and red details. The crotch here, which was purple before, is now this yellow with the red. The legs, which were just black plastic, are now actually painted in gray. I was kind of surprised that they painted. They could have just used gray plastic like they did down here, but they painted it for whatever reason. And then they painted this silver, red, and yellow. So all of that looks really good. And there's the head sculpt up close. Really nice overall sculpt and proportion on the head. You can rotate the ears back if you prefer a different look, but overall I like the way that looks. As far as articulation, the head can rotate around. The ears just go back and forth. Shoulders rotate around on a ratchet joint here. Out to the side on a ratchet, basically up to there. Nice strong ratchet there, which surprised me for a Hasbro product. Your rotation at the elbow. 90-degree bend at the elbow gets you up to there. Rotation at the wrist on a ratchet, which surprised me again. Hands don't open up or anything like that. Rotation at the waist. Basically rotates all the way around. For the legs, you have a kick forward up to there. Legs rotate back to here. Out to the side on a ratchet as well. Nice strong ratchets. Rotation at the thigh at a cut joint. You have a 90-degree bend at the knee. Ankle tilts will get you out to there on a ratcheted joint. It does start to collide with the foot. You can just move that out of the way. But you can actually use this, and it's a fan mode, but come to the back here. That's the normal configuration for his backpack. If we unpeg these arms from here and just rotate these out of the way for a second, you're going to take this and just have that sit flat back like that. We're going to take this backpack, open this up, fold these down, they actually click into place. And then this is going to make kind of like a cube. You're going to fit this cube over the top of this. It's going to sit right here. You're going to take these arms. We can bring these down. They'll actually sit right on top. And that actually holds it in place. So now you've got the entire backpack kind of stowed away on him. So all the parts are there. There's nothing loose. I don't have anything left over. So if you want to, you can store the backpack that way. So final recommendations on the Hasbro Transformers Legacy Evolution Menasor box set. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. I really like what they did here, especially the combined mode. I think it's really well done, nicely proportioned and sculpted. The combined mode is pretty darn solid. It holds together well, it poses well. I like that you can put all the weapons on there. Everything kind of fits on there, including this little backpack piece that I kind of fixed. And yeah, it just looks good altogether. Now, compared to the retail release, not that much differences. You do have the paint differences here. Give it the toy deco, and you get the extra head for breakdown here. But other than that, it is the same as what you got with the retail release. So that is, take it as you like. Now, I do think the robot modes, they look really good as a set together. The vehicle modes also really good, look good as a set together, with the exception to Breakdown. I think Breakdown was kind of phoned in. They copied the Wild Rider mode and then kind of repainted it. It doesn't look like a Lamborghini. But other than that, I really like the set all together. Now, I would have liked it to be a little bit taller, and I didn't do a size comparison. So here it is next to the Earthrise Optimus, and it just feels a little bit small. It doesn't feel as imposing as it could have been compared to, you know, other combiners we've gotten in the past, like Power of the Primes, Predaking, or Combiner Wars Devastator from back in the day. Those were really big and imposing combiners, and putting this guy next to those, it's definitely going to come up short. It's going to look a little too small next to those, but if you put it next to some other figures in your collection, I think it'll be fine. It's just, for me personally, I wish it was a little bit taller. But that's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.